Hello and welcome to week 4 of Victorious Yoga, which is stability, mobility, and presence. Today's focus is going to be on stability, coordination, mindful presence using short, focused movements to keep attention active. We're going to go over posture by sliding forward to the edge of our chair, bringing our feet hip width apart, lining our ankles and stacking our knees over our ankles for a 90-degree angle to increase circulation. And then we're going to rock gently back and forth to get the alignment in a natural straight spine, rolling our shoulders back and down, opening our airways, and preparing ourselves by putting our hands on our thighs. This is neutral pose, so during the practice, you always want to do what is best for you. If at any point in time something doesn't feel comfortable, everything is optional. So this is the pose that you would come back to, and knowing your body and what's comfortable for you, and then adjusting to that is what's most important during practice. So with that, if you're ready, we're just going to focus on our breathing for a moment. Notice if anything changed from when we started to when we got into posture. You can always comment below if you want to track your body awareness throughout the practice. And then for breath work, we're doing the 3, 4, 5 breaths. So you breathe in for 3 seconds, hold for 4, and then exhale for 5. The reason we do this is because short, steady breath help to feel present without losing focus. And with that, we're going to do that a few rounds before moving into our asana portion. So with that, 3, 2, 1, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. And we'll begin. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Do this a few times on your own. Try to do 2 more. And then come back to a normal breath. Pause in neutral pose just to see how your breathing has changed, if you're holding any tension anywhere in your body, and relax into it. I usually like to start asana portion, our movement, with cat-cow because that activates our spine. So with that, you're going to inhale as you push your stomach forward, kind of rolling your shoulders back a little. Exhale as you arch your back into cat pose. I'll do it from the side so that you can see. This activates our spine, waking it up, improving circulation right from the start. Go back and forth for a few minutes, putting ourselves into a healthy rhythm. Do 3 more. And then come back to neutral pose when you're done. We're going to do seated rib expansion next. We're going to inhale, feeling our elbows go out, and then exhale, feeling our elbows come back in. This long expansion posture and gentle core engagement helps with the mind-body connection. Noticing our breath is very important because when we breathe into the muscles, it's what helps them relax into poses. We'll do this for another minute. Do 2 more. And then we'll come back to neutral pose, allowing a natural breath. And then we're going to do side stretch, coming up on one side, lifting, bringing our other hand over as we use our first hand for support. And you can bounce into this as you breathe a little to make the movement feel a little bit more opening to yourself. It also might help with alignment if you notice you slouch forward or back. It'll let you kind of feel which way, and then you can realign. Just a few gentle breaths here before switching sides. So whichever side you started with, bring the opposite hand now towards the chair or your thigh, and then lift your other hand up and over the head, reaching, breathing and bouncing into that. If it doesn't feel good to bounce back and forth, you can just hold the pose. Notice your alignment again on this side, if you're slouching forward or back. And then come back into neutral pose. We're going to do seated arm sweeps next. So with that, you're going to bring your arms up and then swing to the side on the exhale. On the inhale, lift your arms up again and exhale to the side, moving back and forth for the next few minutes. This allows the spine mobility to move in different directions, increasing body awareness, circulation, mobility. Notice if one side feels different from the other. Maybe your left side feels more stiff than your right. If it hurts to bring up your arms too wide, don't go up too high. Don't go up too high. Keep them at mid-level if that's more comfortable. It's still going to be an arm sweep from side to side. Also increases the shoulder mobility too. Try to do 3 more. Last one and come to neutral pose when you're done. For our next one, we're going to do a heel to toe rock. So you lift your heels and then bring them down flat, lifting your toes, coming back and forth. On the inhale, we're lifting our heels. On the exhale, you're lifting your toes. This is us working on ankle mobility, coordination, and subtle balance awareness. Do that for about another minute. Notice if your posture has started to slouch, you can roll your shoulders back. Maybe you rock back and forth to get that sits bone alignment back. Again, maybe one side feels different than the other. Maybe one ankle stiffer. If it's uncomfortable to do slower movements. Small exaggerations actually help just as much as if you're doing big movements. And then we're going to focus on hip release next. Coming into still neutral pose, we'll bring our left leg up, put our ankle on our knee. This is figure 4. If this is comfortable, you can stay here, or you can bend forward and back a little, rocking into the flexation in your leg. Being gentle with ourselves, noticing if it feels good. If it doesn't, hold the pose. If this is too much, try and just bring your leg up as far as feels comfortable for you. And maybe if you have hip problems, just skip this one. Maybe it just feels good to bend over. You can cradle your leg if you want. If you come forward in the fold, you might feel a deeper stretch here if the other was too easy. Also helping our lower back with this, which can carry a lot of tension. You're going to want to bring your leg back down on the left side, lift your right side, bring your ankle up to rest. Maybe gently rock back and forth into this one. This one might be more stiff or more flexible. Body awareness here is noticing and respecting where your body's at. And reminding yourself you're doing a good job no matter where you're at in this, because it's not a competition. It's not about flexibility. It's more about noticing your body and where it's at and respecting that. Maybe it feels good to fold over. Maybe it's harder to get as deep of a stretch here, so don't push it. Maybe your shoulders start coming forward. You want to notice that. Maybe you want to cradle again. It's different depending on who you are, or maybe even from week to week. You could go back and do the same practice and have a completely different experience the next time you do it. We're going to go back into neutral pose, lifting back up if you were forward fold, bringing your foot back, taking a few breaths here. Our next one, we're going to focus on core stability and spinal support. And we're going to do that by doing core lifts. So you're going to gently lift your left leg first. Maybe you want to hold the side of the chair. Maybe you want to keep your legs on your thighs. And just breathe into that. If you have to put it down and lift again, you can do that. Or if you want to hold it, you can even rub the leg if you notice it's stiff. A little self-care. Make sure you're not holding your breath at any point in time. It's counterintuitive because the point is to have easy breathing and chest opening positions while you do this. So if you're starting to lock up or hunch, that's your body going into survival mode. Relax, maybe take a break, go right back into it. Like I said, you can massage the leg muscles while it's up here. That also helps you to relax into it. Maybe even the hip if you notice it's getting stiff. We're gently going to bring that side down. Take 2 breaths here. We're going to move into lifting our right leg up. Holding that one. Maybe we want to massage this leg. Our body is the only thing that we get to keep for our whole entire life. We come in with it, we leave with it. It is the one thing we truly own. So realizing that taking care of your body is just as important as a routine of getting up and brushing your teeth, feeding yourself daily. Making sure you acknowledge where each muscle is at each point in time. and respecting, like maybe you have to put your leg down. You can still massage yourself here while you're doing that. Noticing if the hip is stiff, breathing into any tight areas, allowing oxygen to hit those muscles, allowing your body to relax. Or maybe you just want to hold still, checking your body alignment to see if it's changed. Maybe while you're up, you want to twist your ankle a little from small rotations. Maybe you even want to massage the calf muscle, moving down. Noticing if one feels tighter than the other. And then you can lower that leg back down, realign your body if it's come out of position. Stay in neutral pose for 2 breaths. We're going to do shoulder presses next. Building shoulder strength and posture, mild circulation here. Bring your hands up to your shoulders and then lift your elbows and press up. Whatever position feels comfortable for you to hold. Noticing if your wrists are tight here, and then exhale as you bring it down. Inhale as you bring them up. Take slow movements with this one. We're going to do this for about 1 more minute. Notice if one side's harder for you to lift than the other. Maybe you can't come all the way up, so you just come halfway, honoring where your body's at. If you have any real shoulder injuries or something like that where you have to sit this out, maybe you just do one side. Or just go a little slower. Don't hold the pose as long. Do 2 more. Inhale on the lift. Exhale as you bring it down. Maybe circle your wrists as you come back down. One way and then the other. Didn't originally have this in it, but I feel like we should add it. Let's bring our arm across. First, maybe your right arm catching with your left, and just do a gentle stretch. Bringing that down and switching sides. Rotating your shoulders forwards, maybe a few times, backwards a few times. Maybe a slow neck roll, just in case anything feels stiff. Maybe you just want to wiggle the spine side to side. And come to easy neutral pose. So with this, we're going to now move into a gentle twist, bringing our left hand behind us, our right hand to the side of the chair. Straighten your spine. Inhale. Exhale into the twist, one way. Do that 2 more times. Inhale As you straighten forward, exhale into the twist gently. We're not cranking. This is a gentle twist. And then come back to center on an inhale. Exhale, coming back over to the other side. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to gently twist back. 2 more times. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to gently twist. 1 more time. And then coming back forward. We're going to do a seated back expansion. So your arms are going to go out and then cross. And you're going to gently kind of push your chest forward. And rock forward a little if that feels good. And rock back. I tend to inhale as I come back. And exhale as I straighten back forward. Rock back and forth like this a few times, allowing your upper shoulders to kind of open. We're not crunching forward. We're staying rolled back. Maybe you want to slow the movement. Notice if you're holding your breath at all. This helps with the upper back activation, chest opening, posture support. Make sure you're not falling out of your chair at any point in time. Do 3 more. And then come back into neutral position. Switch the arms that you had crossed. So if your left was underneath before, you want your right to be underneath. And then rock back and forth again. Inhaling as I rock back, I exhale as I come forward. That mind-body coordination. Gentle awareness. Notice if anything on this side feels harder, tighter, maybe rebelling a bit more. Small movements. It's even just switching which arm is holding which on which side can affect the body. Because even though I'm working up here, I feel tighter down here in my hips than I did on the first side. And that's just a small body awareness. Sometimes it's not something big, sometimes it's a small notice. Do this 3 more times on this side. Maybe slow them down. Notice if your heels are lifting when you are doing this. And then release back into neutral pose. Maybe do a gentle neck roll. Roll your shoulders back. Maybe roll forward. Back again. Find that alignment. And then we're going to do the supported forward fold. So if you've been doing the practice with me, you know that we bring our forearms to our thighs. And then we just bend forward, holding this here, allowing ourselves to support ourselves. With this one, have your head drop and relax. And then if you feel like you have the balance and can do more, maybe you slide or walk your hands down to the top of your feet, using your arms to support you here as you fold forward and letting your head gently relax. We're going to hold this for at least 4 more minutes. So just relax into it. Maybe allowing a gentle sway of your head from side to side or back and forth. Noticing if you stiffen or hold any place, breathing into that. This should be kind of a relaxing pose since you're already supporting yourself to stay in a stable position. We're allowing the blood to circulate to our head, having it flow the opposite way from what's normal for it, waking up our senses. Reminding our body that it's doing a great job no matter where we are with this. Breathing in and out. Slowly. Maybe you even want to do the 3, 4, 5 breath work here. Notice if you do that breath work, if it feels different from when we did it in the upright position. We have 2 more minutes in this pose. You're doing a great job. Sometimes our mind starts fighting us before our body does, so notice if you start getting restless. Breathe into that. When our mind isn't used to having our body hold still, it starts thinking, I don't want to do this, or maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or this isn't for me. That's all still body awareness, noticing, challenging. We always want to challenge our mind and what we're capable of. Because usually if something's uncomfortable, it usually means you're progressing forward. Not painful, uncomfortable. We're in our last minute here. You're doing a great job. Maybe we're still focusing on the 3, 4, 5 breath. If so, do 1 more of those. If you're all the way down, you start walking your hands back up, bringing your forearms to the top of your thighs. You want to use your hips for the next part and keeping your spine as straight as possible when you fold back up, maybe using your hands to help gently push. Rub your thighs a bit with this, letting out any stiffness. Maybe roll your shoulders back a few times. Maybe sway side to side. Don't fall out of your chair. Our goal is to have stability something doesn't feel stable, we don't do that. We wait until we progress there naturally. Notice if any place feels stiff. Maybe use the palms to gently roll back and forth from those muscles. And then we're going to move into our meditation pose where I have a mudra. For this, I want you to be as comfortable as possible. If sitting back straight in your chair feels comfortable for meditation, I suggest that. We're going to do a mudra that I'm pretty sure you have seen, but if not, I'll show it to you. It's called the Gyan Mudra or Seal of Wisdom Knowledge. You're going to take your index and your thumb and bring them like this. Have your other fingers splayed out, and then we're just going to rest them on our thighs. Some of you might be comfortable doing this. I'm not going to force you into anything because we'll be holding this for a while, so I actually suggest coming to the top of the thighs. And with this, we're actually going to try for a 7-minute practice. So I'm going to offer you 2 different types of breath work here. You can do the 5-5 if you remember doing that one before, where you breathe in for 5 seconds and breathe out. And then if you prefer to do the one that we learned at the beginning, that's 3 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, and 5 seconds exhale. And then just allow your mind to focus on the breathing. It might wander. You just come right back to that. Starting now. You can gently close your eyes. If that's not comfortable, leave them slightly slitted and go into a relaxed position. Notice your alignment. You still want to hold that same spine straight pose, but without being stiff, you're relaxing into it. Focusing on the inhale, noticing your exhale. If thoughts do start to wander, notice them and just let them pass by. Like you're a mountain and there are clouds passing in the distance. Notice if at any point in time the movement has made our breath feel faster, our pulse beat a little harder, and just bring that into a calm awareness as we relax the body. Again, we're going to notice that maybe it feels uncomfortable to sit in silence. Maybe question yourself as to why. Why is that uncomfortable for you? After meditation, I often like to journal to notice what thoughts came up, which ones I latched onto, which ones passed without me really bothering with, and questioning what was hard for me and why, what was uncomfortable. Maybe noticing what parts felt harder to sit through. Is it in the beginning? Is it more towards the middle? Is it at the end? Why my body became restless at that point? All of that is body awareness. Noticing what's hard for you to relax into, even though it should be a normal state. Maybe even noticing that your head just keeps coming forward and you have to keep positioning it back. These little things don't seem important, but over time you'll notice change if you document it. The mind will forget things, but if you write it and then go back, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember struggling there and I don't struggle there anymore. And then you can even document why that you think that change happened. We are already halfway through our meditation time. So even if it feels like it's taken a long time, you're actually exactly where you need to be in this moment. Relaxing and honoring your body, allowing it and the nervous system to move into that parasympathetic. So what we're doing is we're activating the vagus nervous system, signaling to ourselves that we're safe. Even if we want to try and switch back into survival mode, we're sitting here in the uncomfortable telling ourselves, no, this is what relaxation feels like. It may seem like a waste of time, or maybe you're realizing that it's exactly the time you need to slow down and let your body heal. Let your mind heal. Balance is about allowing yourself to notice where the mind is at, where the body is at, so that it comes back into the spirit, and honoring and balancing that out, kind of like a scale. The mind is one side, the body is another, and in the center is spirit, self. Where are you being unfair to yourself? Are you putting more weight on the mind? Are you putting more weight on the body? And allowing both to relax and come back into a neutral, natural state of being. This is where that wisdom and knowledge comes in. We only have 1 more minute. You're doing an amazing job, even if the mind is starting to fight the body. Just go back to your breath work. We start to wake up the body. You'll start by wiggling your toes. Maybe rocking your heels back and forth like we did with the heel to toe rocking motion. Swinging your legs from side to side. Maybe rocking back and forth a little, either forward and back or side to side. Rolling your shoulders a few times, letting your fingers wiggle. Rolling your head gently. Gently coming back into stillness where we open our eyes. And noticing if we feel different from when we started to now. Acknowledge that. Breathe into that. And congratulate yourself, because if you made it this far, you are absolutely amazing. It's hard to challenge our bodies and push and get to our end goal from where we started to finishing what we actually set out to do. A lot of times we see the beginning and we see the end work, but we rarely see all the work it takes in between to get to where we were going. So acknowledging that we were able to make it through to the end is a huge accomplishment. I thank you for joining me for week 4. I hope to see you in our next week, and have a great day.